Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday Tips. I'm your host Jen Posick, and I help entrepreneurs like you use Facebook to get more engagement, more fans, more leads, and ultimately more sales. So today I want to talk to you about the awesomeness of the little downward arrow. And you might be a little bit confused about what I'm talking about, so let's dive in and I will show you. So this is on any post on Facebook. Anywhere on Facebook, there's a little downward arrow in the top right corner of any post. On a Facebook group that you manage, if you click that little downward arrow, it will give you several options. Turn off notifications, pin post, edit post, delete post, or hide post. So this was a post that I had written, and on my Facebook group, Fun with Marketing Mastermind. So I automatically am set up to get all notifications. If I decided I didn't want to get them, I could turn them off. I could pin the post to the top of the page. So that means that anytime people are logging into that Facebook group, that's the first thing that they will see. The one thing with that on mobile, it's not going to show up. It's going to say see pinned post, but it won't actually be, they have to actually click on it. It won't actually just pop up there for them. That's the one thing to keep in mind with a pinned post. I could edit it, delete it, or I could hide it. Hiding a post is interesting in a Facebook group. Sometimes I've used this in the group that I run with my mom, Cares Purple Rice Eaters. If somebody posts something that is just not necessarily appropriate for the whole group, but I don't really want to delete the post. All right, if it's a group that you do not manage, so this was a group that I got to be the guest expert in, and Irina is actually the person in charge of the group. So this was a post that she had written. So if I click on the little downward arrow, I can turn on notifications so that, and this is a great example of the type of post that I would actually turn on notifications for. So she had posted that it was office hours, and if anybody had questions about stuff that she teaches, which she mainly teaches about Pinterest. So I didn't necessarily have any questions, but I did want to see what type questions got asked because I would like to know more about Pinterest. So I can turn on the notifications to make sure that I am seeing what questions are asked and especially seeing those answers. Sometimes you'll see people comment and say following. So this is how to do that without commenting. You can of course still comment because sometimes that just lets people know that that you are interested in something. But the other option is simply to turn on notifications. The other thing that I think is really helpful is the little one that says report to admin or report/mark as spam. So if somebody posts something in a group, like say a group does not allow promotions and somebody is very blatantly promoting themselves, you can report that post to the admin. Since it's not your group, you can't delete it, but you can report it to the admin and that way they can delete it. The other thing that seems to happen a lot in Facebook groups, and it's so weird, is people, they're basically fake people and they're just spammers, and they come in and usually they post about Oakley sunglasses, and it's so weird to me. I don't know if that is ever successful, but so if I were to see that, I would mark that as spam. So Facebook can actually see like, hey, this person is not really a real person. All right, so the awesomeness of the downward arrow in the newsfeed. So if you're just scrolling through the newsfeed, the biggest way that I use this is I will save links. So if I see something that I'm like, oh, I love this, my audience would like to hear about this, but I'm not in a space where I'm able to repost it, I will click save link. And then when I'm scheduling my posts later on, I will go back to my saved links. I'll get it from there, and then I'll post it. Another way that I've used it is every year Tampa Bay, where I live, puts out like a 50 best Tampa Bay restaurants. And so I saved the link for that. And so when me and my friend are trying to decide on a new restaurant to go try, I'll pull up that saved link, find some good options, and see what we can try. You can also embed the post. This is if it's like you're going to embed it into a blog. Turn on notifications, or you can simply tell Facebook, hey, I don't like this post, which is a great way to help Facebook know what type of stuff to put in your newsfeed. The other option, and this is a really fun one, is on an advertisement, because Facebook is really putting it in your hands. Sometimes I'll get messages to Cares High Frequency Wellness for people saying, I don't want to be advertised to, and so I will simply respond that it's actually up to them. So you click on the little downward arrow, and you can either select, I don't want to see this, if it's an ad that just doesn't really apply to you, or you can hide all the ads from that particular place. And every once in a while, if it's something that really just doesn't apply, I will never ever use it, I might hide all ads, because ultimately it's helping out everybody. I don't have to see it in my newsfeed. The advertiser doesn't really want to be advertising to their non-ideal audience anyways, and it's letting Facebook know, okay, these are the type posts that this person does not want to see. The other thing that you can click, and this one I love, is to click, why am I seeing this? And you can actually go in and see how people are choosing to target you. So especially since I am a Facebook advertiser and I am absolutely a nerd about Facebook advertising, I love clicking on this to see how people are choosing to target me. If it's through somebody's page, or you can kind of get an idea if it's through like a lookalike audience or something else. You can also choose to save the link, and you can tell Facebook if an ad is useful. And so if it's an ad that is something that you want, you can tell Facebook, hey, I'd like to see more of this by clicking this ad as useful. So I have a couple action steps. They're very simple. Just when you're on Facebook, click on the downward arrow in various places in the newsfeed, on ads, and in Facebook groups, and see how you can use it. Also, check to see how you're being targeted on ads and see if that person, that advertiser, is doing a good job of their targeting. So if you enjoyed this and want to know more, you can find me a few places. My Facebook page, Jen Posick, my Facebook group, which is the Fun with Marketing Mastermind. And this Friday, I am doing a totally free webinar called Facebook Ads 101. If you go to my website, jenposick.com, you can look for that graphic below and click on that to sign up. I would love to see you there. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask in my Fun with Marketing Mastermind Facebook group. All right. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you next time.